A lot of you were very passionate in the comment section of the 20 most annoying attacks video, so I bring you the 20 most annoying attacks part 2, or 20 more annoying attacks. Yeah, that sounds better. Okay, here's 20 more annoying attacks in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that make me clench my teeth. If you haven't seen the first video, go back and watch that one, and then check this one out, or watch this one first, and then that one. I don't know, it really doesn't matter, whatever. Please keep in mind that these attacks are in no specific order, as they all equally raise my blood pressure, and they're annoying regardless of whether or not you spam them. And I'm starting to think that you all just like to see me in a constant state of distress. Also, be sure to drop your most annoying attacks in the comment section below. PK Freeze. The first is PK Freeze because we would be a complete fraud if this attack didn't make the sequel video. That makes 2 attacks for Lucas and only 1 attack for Ness, even though Ness is definitely more infuriating to fight. PK Freeze can travel across the entire stage, so of course Lucas players are going to spam it from the safety of their little platforms. You ever fight a Lucas player whose complete moveset is PK Freeze and PK Fire? That was a loaded question because the answer is always. Simon and Richter's Holy Water. A lot of people said that the Belmont's entire kit belongs on the list, but I disagree. The Axe and Cross are super punishable, and the Belmonts need every projectile they can get with that recovery. However, the Holy Water Toss is just great value PK Fire, so it makes the list. Once you set foot in that fire, you're not going anywhere, so just be prepared for the Belmonts to wind up that whip, 50 Shades of Grey style. Little Mac's Dash. I know, we're taking away one of the few things that Little Mac has left. I'm sorry, but he's human Sonic the Hedgehog. Have you seen this dude run? He can warp from one end of the stage to the other and hit you with a dash attack, and I don't think a dash attack has ever missed since Little Mac was added to the game. The only other thing we could take away from Little Mac is, well, that actually just might be it for him. Bowser Jr.'s Clown Cart Dash. We've got a Bowser Jr. attack on the list for that one Bowser Jr. main that you know. His side B gets a goddamned Mario Kart Golden Mushroom boost when you're fighting him, but is much slower when you're the one who has to use it. Try dodging it too. You might as well be standing on the track in the middle of the final lap of the Indy 500. Also, it can combo into endless up airs until you question your own existence. I guess I shouldn't say Bowser Jr. though, because we all know that everyone is picking the Koopalings. Corrin's Dragon Fang Shot. I've owned this game for 6 months and I still don't have a clue what Corrin even does, but I can tell you this. His and her giant Power Ranger water gun stuns for like 45 seconds and then turns into one of those giant staple removers. That's what it is, right? Anyway, the shot comes out, you get stunned forever, and then Corrin can apparently pole vault like 12 feet and kick you. That's all I know about Corrin. Isabel and Villager's Forward Air. Now, while they're not exactly the same character, Isabel and Villager share the incredibly annoying Forward Air, which is the Slingshot. It also has negative frames and infinite distance, so you just can't dodge it. I can't think of a better weapon for a pair of characters that look like they were collectively designed by a 3rd grade class. Don't even attempt to play a big boy against either of these 2 lollipops, because they can just slingshot you to death like David and Goliath. Kirby's Final Cutter. As if Kirby wasn't annoying enough, find an 8-year-old Wi-Fi warrior that just spams his Final Cutter, and you'll have to listen to that gumball screech over and over. Yeah, that's fun. Thanks, Nintendo. Also, you can't even get close to Kirby either. The Final Cutter hitbox is bigger than Kirby himself. Zelda's Nehru's Love. It's ironic that an attack called Nehru's Love fills me with such anger. This annoying diamond is basically the No You of Super Smash Bros. It can reflect projectiles, whole-ass characters, you name it. You can literally stand still with Zelda, spam neutral B, and win games. Don't believe me? Try it. Oh, and if that doesn't work, you didn't get that idea from me. Pichu's Back Air. Pichu's Back Air is a swirling electric death, which is a very uplifting description for an attack that comes from a tiny rat. You can also cancel it so you can just endlessly hop and spin like a dog chasing its tail. Olimar's Pikmin Throw. It was much worse in Brawl when Olimar was able to command 6 Pikmin, and you can just endlessly toss these leeches at your opponent. Now thankfully it's been knocked down to 3, so it's only half as annoying. Regardless, you still have to swing wildly to get these parasites off you once they latch on and start sucking your blood. Do they suck blood? I bet they feed on blood. I can deal with the chubby purple one because you know you can't throw those things, they weigh more than Olimar. But the white ones, with their beady little red eyes like the spawn of Satan, they'll bring you from 0 to 100 in about 5 seconds. Isabel's Loyd Trap. That's right, Isabel's on this list twice and also made the list in the first video. I mean, at this point, it's just basically Isabel in her entirety. Her Loyd trap gives her the ability to bury these rockets that act as landmines. Now, don't step even remotely close to one of these, because if you do, you're going for a ride. The only things I want to bury when I'm playing Smash is Isabel. 6 feet under. Yoshi's egg throw. I think Yoshi's egg throw over the years has given him more and more height because he doesn't have a recovery outside of his flutter jump. Anyway, you would think Yoshi is a starting pitcher on a Major League Baseball team with the accuracy that every egg is thrown with. Not that it's hard or anything, those eggs are the size of watermelons. Ganondorf's Wizard Foot. You thought Doria was going to make the list? Well, it didn't. I find Wizard Foot to be way more annoying because it can travel an infinite distance, and Ganondorf is like a bullet train. Try stopping him. The irresistible force paradox is when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. In this case, Ganondorf's kick is both of those things. And don't get all sciencey on me in the comment section because I don't even know if that makes sense. Dr. Mario's Mega Vitamins. It's funny because Mario's Neutral B Fireball isn't annoying in the slightest, but Dr. Mario's pills drive me up a wall. I think it's more the sound effect than anything, and I hear it in my nightmares. You ever get gimped by a stupid little pill? If you say no, you're lying. Don't even set foot off the stage because Dr. Mario players are about to go turbo on that B button to try and stop that recovery. You would think that they rebooted the Matrix a dozen times with all the red and blue pills bouncing around. Diddy Kong's Monkey Flip. Diddy's Banana made the list in the last video, but let's talk about his side B, which is kind of a command grab, but also not. He can latch onto you and scratch at your face like a 4-year-old throwing a tantrum while being carried out of a toy store, or he can just flip over and kick you. Either way, the attack is incredibly spammable, and Diddy can flip the distance of an Olympic gymnast. Mr. Game & Watch's Down Smash. Mr. Game & Watch's double hammer down smash is rage-inducing. He can just infinitely flap his arms up and down like a bird and bury you deeper than some of my emotions. Just keep flicking that C-stick like Nosferatu in that episode of SpongeBob with the hash-slinging slasher, and you're bound to win matches. And once you're grounded, Game & Watch gets a free torch that kills at like 4%. DDD used to throw Waddle Dees, but they decided to dial up the annoying to an 11, and now it's strictly Gordos. The worst part is, these Gordos are so sensitive that you can call them a name and they'll bounce the other way. It's annoying on both sides. The enemy DDD can suck these bad boys up whole and spit them out at you, or you could pick DDD and someone will cough on your Gordo and send it back to you at 150 miles an hour. Donkey Kong's Cargo. Even my main has his fair share of annoying attacks. Nobody's safe here. DK's Cargo Throw is at the top of the list, and here's the thing, once he's got you, there's no escape, so just be prepared to be abducted and carried off the stage. You didn't want to die at 30%? Too bad, because now you're getting stage spiked. Oh, you have an awful recovery? Allow DK to just pick you up and walk into the blast zone. Wario's Forward Air. Now, Wario has no business being able to float through the air like Jigglypuff, mainly because he has the build of a plastic bag stuffed with ham. On that note, his forward air is incredibly irritating as he can just hover back and forth, poking you with his stinky little elf shoe. Wario will seemingly engorge his limbs while carrying you to your death, which actually kind of freaks me out now that I stop to think about it. Is that what's happening? Is he swelling his arms and legs with blood when he attacks? It's not only annoying now, it's downright gross. Shulk's Speed Monado, the entire thing. Shulk has no business zipping around like Sonic the Hedgehog just chugged a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper. I realize this isn't technically an attack, or maybe it is, but this is my world, and welcome to it. The only saving grace is knowing that Shulk is weaker when he's hopped up on his blue juice. Settle down there, Thanos. And whenever someone activates Sugar Rush mode, they all do the same thing. Short hop nair, short hop nair, short hop nair. Thankfully, the timer is only about 6 seconds long, but it just seems like 6 seconds too long if you ask me. That's it. 20 more annoying attacks in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which brings us to a total of 40. There likely won't be another video like this because at this rate, we're just going to despise the entire game. Did I miss an attack that you just can't stand? Be sure to drop it down in the comment section, and don't worry, I just seem like I dislike this game more than I do. I just love it so much that I also love to hate it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of the other content I have on the channel, as there's a lot of Smash and other similar videos you may enjoy, especially if you like Nintendo. Feel free to drop a like on the video, which helps out a lot more than you think it does. If you're new here, the subscribe button and bell will keep you up to date on new videos that I post. I'm also on all the socials. I stream on Twitch, and I have a Discord community where you can go complain about this game and other games as well. But thanks for watching, stay annoyed, and we will catch you in the next video. Later.